Hello world, and welcome back to Minecraft Memoir. This is episode 45. In the last episode, we celebrated hitting 100 subs. We did that by making a bunch of random progress in the world. We, if you can see it in the distance there, worked on the library some. We built a new ruin over there, and then we worked on the spawn tower some. There's some other things that we did in between, I just kind of forgot. In today's episode, we are going to go to the Nether. We're gonna finish a few things that I wanted to do last episode and just didn't have the time. But generally today is the Nether episode, or the beginning of the Nether, because we'll definitely be in there for a while. In between episodes, you can see I did some work on the spawn tower here. I really just got like the plates finished. Like the random front faces. I worked on that pillar there. I also put some stone under here so that I wouldn't fall through every time I picked up my minecart. But yeah, just kind of generally kept building here. I made, I don't know, maybe like 10% more progress, and then I decided to take a break. So you can see how the pillars are going to look like at the end. Kind of makes the whole thing just a little wider at the top, which is good because at the beginning, or initially, without it, it's just kind of very square. I did a hand motion there. You probably couldn't see it though. So yeah, I think the first thing that we're going to do that I didn't get a chance to involves the interior of the library. So I have a confession to make to all of you. I'm not very proud of this, but a while back when I made that post and was like, listen, we hit 50 subs. I want to put up your names on the bookshelves in the library. Anytime I took a name in and was like, oh yeah, your name's on the wall, I lied. I just wrote it down in a list and I didn't put it up on the wall. To be fair, we were building other things, doing other stuff, so we weren't coming over here, and I'd just forget. So, in between episodes, I also went ahead and put up all the signs in this half of the library. You can see over there, there's nothing up yet. Turns out these signs take a lot of wood. I think this was like 8 or 9 stacks of logs, if not more. So, it'll take a while to get the other logs. Actually, I think I already have them, but it'll take a while to put up that side. But after I mathed it all out, if you consider one of these as a single bookshelf, then on each side there are 52 bookshelves. So it worked out great. I was able to get all of the names on this side, which I kind of prefer. You know, that way if you're looking for your name, you'll know at least in this or in which side to look. You won't be like searching all over the place. If you do in the future look for your name and you can't find it, it's probably on the second level here. I tried putting the second level names kind of lower down so you could read them, hopefully from the floor level. But some of them are just like unreadable. So in the future, I'll have to build some sort of like bookshelf ladder thing like they have in those libraries, you know, the ones on wheels. So you can get up there and over here. The last bit of unseen progress is here on the roof. You can see I made some progress in the side areas. I figured I would before we went to the Nether, and then I never did. So we might actually do some more building on here if we get back from the Nether in time. Initially, I had said I was just going to make it like a dirt mound, but then I realized I hate the way that glass, like for windows, right next to dirt looks. So I wanted to separate those. And after separating them, it just looked too weird having like these big flat windows and a bunch of rounded stuff. So I kind of split the difference. It's only like 4 blocks tall, so it's not too much like just another building up here. It's like a nice little platform, you know? We'll put some tables, maybe some stalls up here. I don't really know. It's a work in progress, very much so. I still need to like put stairs to indicate that this is where you're supposed to get up and down. And it's quite a lot of logs. I don't think it clashes too much, but like right here is a lot. This is my real problem area, this side and the flip over there. Just not quite sure. But let me clear my inventory here, and we will get ready to head on in. Okay, I forgot iron for some armor, so we're heading back to the base. But while I'm doing so, I figured I would throw this out there. It is already a week since I recorded the last clip, and I've recorded 3 clips for this whole episode. So needless to say, this episode will also take a little longer than usual. Ooh. Take a little longer than usual to come out. Just realized I have, like, no iron. So, as such... Oh, I need food, too. That's right. I apologize, you know. That's just how it's working out. Some of my family is away on vacation, so I'm watching their house for them. And it's, like, around the time where all of the, like, 2/3 of the way exams are happening for this semester. So, been busy with studying for that. But we need 24 pieces of iron. I think I'm just gonna steal it from this chest. Pro strats. All right. The other downside of not having recorded in so long is that my ability to narrate just gets so much worse. Like, I usually record a clip every day or so, or multiple clips in a day. And, you know, keeping that up, I can usually just record a clip, and that's the one that goes in the video. However, you know, I've been away for a week. My voice isn't used to it anymore, I guess. It's really my brain, it feels like. So I like slip on words and I have to re-record something 5-10 times. And then it'll eventually, you know, go back to normal. But right now it's really frustrating. Like this clip I've had to record a zillion times. And it's also really unfortunate considering this is like a Nether episode that I've hyped up basically since the series started. You'd figure you'd get my best narration. However, is not going to be the case today. Regardless of my shortcomings in narration, we will be heading in, though. Also, in case you were wondering, it took me 12 tries to record the last clip. Hopefully I can keep this as unedited as I can. I do really want to give you my, like, honest reaction to this. And also, you know, I figure when we're exploring something, I shouldn't edit a whole lot. Here's how my inventory's looking. I pretty much filled up on food wherever I couldn't fill my inventory. And yeah, so I don't think we'll really need this water bucket, but it's a bucket, you know, I'll just dump out the water. So let's head on in. Oh wow, okay, this is a pretty good spawn. Yeah, I'm digging it. Let's let the frames load for a second. Okay, so I just ran in a little circle here. I didn't look around at all, just to get the chunks loaded in, improve my frames. We got a really good spawn here. Notably, I got some soul sand. I thought I'd have to search around for that, but that's pretty good. We got some mushrooms. Here are our coordinates. So, like 20. I try to find some like even coordinates, like 70, 20. Right. Oh, our zombie pigman. R.I.P. You will be missed. I think the idea of, like, redoing zombie pigmen into zombie piglins was a really great idea of merging the two, but it's so sad. Like, this is such a classic texture. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, well, I've already messed up. Let me, oh gosh. They drop cooked pork? Oh, that is so good. I did not know that. They don't drop golden nuggets, though, so bit of a trade-off. But man, if I don't have to cook my food, that's great. So I figured since we don't really need to build like a protective base around the portal, I just tossed all of my stuff in this chest that I'm not going to use. We also got our first pieces of netherrack, which doesn't sound very exciting, but with my block palette, a new red block is super exciting. Man, also, I was going to say, those ghasts are really loud. We'll definitely build some sort of base around it in the future, but for right now, since we're just exploring, it's not really necessary. Man, having them drop cooked pork is actually really handy. I can do some more exploring without worrying. Okay, so I can punch these. I want to see if I can get that return to sender. Oh, come on. Okay, and he got away. I've been doing just some like random tests here. And my first observation, a lot of the like tool types just don't match up slash work. Like shovels aren't effective on soul sand. I'm assuming that'll change in the future, but kind of interesting. I thought they would just be effective outright. They sound like dirt, and it's usually like the sound kind of determines the I don't know, mining tool. We are also getting some mushrooms. I'm going to definitely collect as much of those as I can. And then finally, I was trying to make our way towards this glowstone here. Back in ye old days, people called this lightstone. Some other people called it like electrum. I think that's from TF2. There were a lot of names for this. Wow, you get 1 dust each. That is painful. Okay, at least I don't have to use my pick. Wow. I do know from reading, yeah, you need 9 pieces of dust to make a single piece of glowstone in this version. So that goal of switching out all of my lighting with glowstone, that's going to take a while. Oh, what? Okay. So I guess it doesn't just kill. You have to like... Wow, 2 of them don't kill. No! Oh yes, okay, okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so just gunpowder. I'm pretty sure I knew that. But it is really unfortunate. The hitboxes seem a bit longer than they appear, though. They spawn like crazy though, and they don't take much damage, so I don't think I'm gonna mess around in these open areas. They do keep hitting pigmen though, and the pigmen get angry at them. Oh boy, nether death number 1. I'm just minecarting back. I gotta say, I'm enjoying the nether, but as per some reviews that I read of people like playing the nether around this time in development, oh really? Okay. Okay, so I walked in and immediately got attacked by zombie pigmen. I didn't realize that they don't despawn and they stay mad. So let's see how this goes. I might just lose all of my stuff, which is really unfortunate because I've got that full health diamond sword and like all of those mushrooms. They also just randomly get angry at you. Not randomly, but it seems they're lock on and they realize that you're nearby. They just all trigger on you. Oh man. Okay, that's the best Minecrafting I've played in my life. Maybe not true, but I am proud that I was able to get all this stuff back. Yeah, my armor's trashed too. Okay, so my first impression of the Nether in this version, not great, not my favorite. Um, the ghasts are just insane. They just spawn endlessly, and they're really hard to hit with their own projectiles, so there's not a whole lot you can do other than just build some sky cover. And the zombie pigmen, they're kind of cool. I'm enjoying that they're dropping cooked food instead of like rotten flesh and gold nuggets. But them staying locked on is really dangerous because I ran back and then immediately died. So I almost lost all that stuff. I am excited though to take, the glowstone, the netherrack, soul sand, kind of, but not nearly as important as the other two. I hit the end record button as soon as I stepped in, but that was our first time coming back through into the overworld, which was an important test, and it brought us to the right portal, which is good. We'll definitely go back into the nether. We're not done today, but here's our quote-unquote haul so far. It amounts to half a stack of mushrooms, of red mushrooms, some cooked pork, a quarter stack of glowstone dust, and partial stacks of, netherrack and soul sand. Okay, welcome back. I feel like I should say that from now on, anytime I take long breaks, because it's been 2 weeks since I last recorded. Unfortunately, it has been spring break the last week, and my parents were out of town, so I was watching their cats for them, meaning I wasn't home and I couldn't take my giant PC with me. So I didn't do any recording. I did play a little bit. I brought my laptop and just did some mining, a little bit of building. So I'm going to show that off, and then we're going to continue on with the episode. We don't have a lot of time left in the episode. We've got like 10 minutes. Had I really looked at that before I left last week, or a week and a half ago, I guess, I probably would have just, knuckled down and finished recording the video before I left. So that's on me. I apologize for that. So I did a bit of building here on the roof, just working on the design. I can't remember what I showed you last, but I'm pretty sure some of the new stuff is like the railings here, the log positioning. I kind of got those all nice and like good numbers. It's like 2, 2, 2, and then it goes to 1 for the long flat. And a lot of the numbers kind of match up. So I think it looks pretty good. I'm not done. I think there's like one small part of the curve I haven't finished. And I also think I might put something on like that flat wall there. And like some stairs. But yeah, you can see right here. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna stack up like 4 pieces of glass. Kind of follow what I did here, or here. I apologize if I sound a little stuffy. I just woke up. This is like the first chance I've had to record since I've been back. And I took it because I really want to get this video out. It's been long enough already. The other thing that I did while I was away is I did a kind of baby mining trip. So I got like 6 stacks of iron. That is a lot. But I probably would have brought in like 2 or 3 times that much on like a mining trip, where I really, go at it. I didn't bring any of my diamonds back, but I think I found like 15 or so. And I restocked our coal, which was running pretty low, so that's good. So that being the case, I now have tools. We don't have to worry about that for, I suppose, a few more episodes. But I'll probably do some mining off camera. Since I've been doing it lately, I kind of have that itch, and I should do it before it goes away and I never mine again. So I'm pretty sure this is the thing that I left off on when I was building, and I'll work on that later. Now that we're back, we're going to go back into the Nether. I might not record all of this. What I'm planning on doing is just going around and punching as much glowstone as I can. I think what we'll do for like the end of the episode today is try to change out some lights here and there. I don't think we'll change everything. Like I said, that's going to take a really long time to get all of that. But if we can change out some like important lights, that would be cool. So I've been pretty lucky with the gas spawns, and I made my way around this side instead. I noticed in the previous recordings I did that the lighting was really low, so I'm gonna have to torch like everything up, which is fine, but I actually ran out, so I'm gonna go back. But I made my way over and found this room, and it's pretty well enclosed. So I think we'll probably use this as the like shell for our nether base. We might move that portal over here. I think it'll like link up to the one in the overworld. I just popped back out of the nether, and here are the items we retrieved. A pretty good haul. It probably looks a little bit better than it actually is, because this is actually less than a stack of glowstone blocks. But had a few close calls in there. My armor is pretty much trashed at this point, so I figured I would just call it quits. So let's craft up our glowstone. And look. I finally turned on that auto clicker again. And it's very handy, especially for like while I'm recording. I'm pretty sure I already said this, but my clicking can get quite loud, at least on my end. I'm sure the noise dampener I have kind of reduces it. But so yeah, we have 55 blocks of glowstone. I think we're going to go around and just start replacing some things. Okay, I went a little ham with the glowstone. You can see I have 3 pieces left. Um, I put most of it in the greenhouse right now. I know that's probably like one of the least visited areas in our world, since, we did a lot of harvesting early on, so we don't really need to now. I figured it'd be nice to start with, though, because, like, it gets it out of the way, and there were a lot of light sources that were supposed to be glowstone in here. So let's give it a look. So a lot less torches in here. I'm quite pleased with that. I think I'm going to put one more over here. I'll remove this crafting table. Maybe I'll throw it in there. Yeah, actually, I'll do that right now. Beautiful. And now I can punch these guys out. So yeah, most of this is just like, which areas can I punch the most torches out by placing in glowstone? So I put a bunch on the floor here, and then obviously I rehung the ones from the ceiling. So I'll probably put the rest, quote unquote rest, of my glowstone in the house. I got these also replaced with glowstone, and those little lamps there. Some of these I actually preferred as wool. Like, I kind of think that the wool on these looked a bit better. But we'll probably leave it as glowstone. I might replace the cobblestone with, just fence. The other area I threw down some glowstone is right over here with the stone head and hands. Before I run over there, I just want to show I found this little, like, cave area. I actually must have built this when I built up some landscape. But there's an actual cave under here, and it's a pretty big one. I figured I'd point it out, because I'll probably go spelunking there later. Because it was quite expansive. I actually had to leave, because I would have spent too much time in there. So yes, over here, I did clean this area up. I would like to get a lot of the torches out of here. Especially here, it just feels like they're kind of distracting from the whole hand and head thing. So I put in these light posts. I'm not sure how I feel about them yet. I think they'd be great in other areas, but just in this one, they look kind of random. You can see I changed up the length of the rope or cable that's holding the glowstone in different spots where it needed it. And that looks nice, but I'm just not 100% on those. But they have allowed me to at least punch out a few torches. Maybe not that one, though. And I also threw in the netherrack here for the little campfire. I also changed up the eyes into glowstone. That way I don't have to have these torches around the head as much. Yeah. Especially that one right between the eyebrows. I didn't like that. Oh man, the worst thing in the world is recording a bunch of clips, recording like the sign off to an episode, then going back to look at them and realizing my recording software did not capture the video. So that's frustrating. But what I said was the last thing I spent glowstone on was this ruin over here. I've showed it on camera before already, but I had to replace the 4 corners of the like little well in the middle with glowstone. and it looks a lot better this way. I was able to get rid of some torches, which is good. I keep saying that, but like really the whole goal of putting all this glowstone up is to remove torches. I have said it a bunch, but I don't like the way that they look. They're really visually distracting. And the software that I would like to use to print out like images of the whole map here, they take these torches as like full light blocks, so it really messes up those printouts. So we only have 2 pieces of glowstone left here, so it's going to take a while before we can get rid of the rest of these. But these few areas are a start. That all being said, I think we are going to sign off here, wrap up the video. It's getting to be that time, and also it's taken me quite a long time to upload, so I'm going to put this video out and then keep working. Before I do sign off though, a couple of things. This weird like dirt bridge I have on the side of the bridge, I left it here while I was building this whole thing because it was very helpful for getting around and onto the surface. I left it here because I've been using it quite a lot. Pretty much any time I want to go from there to there, I run up and around. So I think I'm just going to clean it up and make it look intentional, like swap the dirt for some wood and stone. I don't think it would look too, distracting to add this on, and it would be very functional. So I'll have to do that in between episodes or just at some point later. I also think in between episodes, I will go to the Nether and punch out some more glowstone, and maybe we'll place some more glowstone blocks in important places. Because we only really did like 3 locations, and there's a lot more to do, like the entire library, So I want to say thank you very much. Thank you for your patience with this episode. Hopefully I'll be able to upload a bit sooner next time. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.